Hi, my name is Jay Thien Nguyen. I'm from Vietnam and I'm in my first year of the MA program in Musical Theater Studies at Temple. So in Vietnam, I studied international relations, which is like completely different from theater. Um, but in my university, I studied things like American studies and world history and politics and stuff. Um, like again, which is totally different from theater. But the great thing about my university is that there are so many musical talents, like people singing, dancing, acting a lot. We have a lot of like competition in school, and I spend a lot of time doing that, in addition to my studies, of course. Um, but then I also take the time to perform whenever I can and to learn whenever I can because like theater has always been my favorite thing to do. So yeah. So it's not really about like graduate level or undergraduate level. It's like I was and still am very hungry to learn and to pursue this professionally. Like sometimes I still tell people that I think of myself as a freshman. I still feel like a freshman actually. So the reason is I found myself drawn into musical theater probably 11 years ago. But musical theater is like the musical theater education doesn't really exist in Vietnam where I'm from. Like, I mean, we have music and dance and acting schools, but not any for musical theater, and especially musical theater in English language, which is like what I am fond of. So I had no exposure to be in a place where I have musical theater around me, to go see shows or to perform, and at the times the arts was still considered by many parents, like Asian parents, like as something, not a proper career that they would encourage the children to pursue. So as much as I love musical theater, I love singing, I didn't really get any chance to receive a formal training. I didn't get to go to like any music schools or dance schools or theater camp or anything. I started quite late, and I was only a student, not from a rich family or anything. So basically, all my exposure to musical theater are through YouTube videos, bootlegs, musical movies, etc. But then in 2 years later, like in 2013, in my city there was this exchange program hosted by the U.S. consulate in my city. There was a teacher from the U.S. The program is called Broadway in Vietnam. So there was a teacher from the U.S. He came and then he casted a group of performers. So we put together a musical theater concert, and I auditioned, of course, because I've been waiting for something like this for so long, and I got cast. And that was one of the defining moments of my life, and the first time I got to do something I really love to do. So we rehearsed for like 10 days only, and we put together quite a handful of numbers, musical theater numbers. Um, Again, that was my first time, and he showed me how it should be done, like the discipline. You have to like respect the craft, and like for the first time, I felt it's like a great sense of accomplishment, like getting my first solos, being in a group of people, and we practice like every day, singing, dancing, acting. And that's when I really turned into like a theater kid, and that's when I knew that this is what I want to do with my life. So, but then again, after that, again, there's no musical theater education in Vietnam. So I've dreamed of like going to the U.S. to study this professionally. So I just, alongside with my studies, as I told you, I study international relations. I found any opportunities I can to perform and to learn musical theater, and I applied to some like camps around like Asia, and I got a chance to be a part of like some of that, and that's where I learned. Um, and there was this Fulbright Scholarship that takes the students from different countries to the U.S. to take master degrees. Um, so when I find myself eligible for that scholarship, I just like prepare myself and I just apply, and then I got the scholarship, and then I started applying to schools. and that's how I got to Temple. Okay, so my favorite first moment with musical theater is I saw Susan Boyle like a few years ago. She sang "I Dreamed the Dream" on the Britain's Got Talent, and I was like, "What is this song? This is like a great song." And then like from that song, I found out about Les Mis. I was like, "What is Les Mis?" And then this journey started there, and Les Mis was like the very first musical I knew, and then I started to delve deeper into this art form, and then I got to see more and more shows like on YouTube, just videos, short clips. It was then until 2016 that I got to see my first musical in Singapore. So I went to Singapore to see Rent, and that is the very first musical I got to see like in person, like right in front of me. It's like, wow. First, there are not many musical theater programs for like MA students in the US. I see a lot of like BFA programs in musical theater, but like to find a school that offer an MA degree, like there are not many. So there are a few, but like a lot of them just like focus on like the vocal part, like vocal for musical theater. But when I looked at Temple and I saw the curriculum, it's like, wow, this is pretty comprehensive. Like there are like performance-based classes, there are some like real-life experience classes. It's like, I really want to study like these courses. So, and Temple became one of my options. So the thing is, after I received my scholarships, I had to apply for different schools. And I got accepted into like some schools. But when I look at Temple program, it's like, wow, this is great. This is a great program. And it's like quite near New York City as well, so I can just come to see shows. And when I came here, I found out that the theater scene in Philadelphia is also great. So, great program. The like near New York City where I can just come and see shows every month, and like great theater scene. So that's how I chose Temple. I mean, I've only been here for like half a year or so, but like I felt like I've been here for such a long time, And I went through different stages. So when I first came, when I left Vietnam, my city was still in lockdown because of COVID. So I had to like go through a lot of things just to be able to depart. And when I came here, like some of my family members got COVID. And it's just like starting, and I stepped into like this whole new place, meeting like a group of different people, new culture and everything, and like with all of the complicated situations with COVID back home, and I started getting homesick, and but then when I first arrived, like after the first week of class, there was the audition for the fall productions, so I just applied. And like within the first after 1 week, I got like a callback for a few roles in Spring Awakening and one in Hotel Williams, I think. And yeah, and like it just went I just went full out into like all of the schedules and the classes and activities. But being here as an international student has been like quite a unique experience. I felt I've learned a lot as an international student, and there are so many things. I've been telling people I learn new things every day. So the concept of pronouns, people respecting other people differences, and how it is embraced in classes. This is like something brand new to me, and I didn't feel like a stranger at all. And the faculty and the people and the students are super supportive, and they're super kind, nice people, and I felt very welcome. So as I have shared, I didn't really get the formal training in theater. So I came here, I was like, okay, I'm gonna come here and then study. But then I got cast in like 2 productions of the Temple. like involved with Spring Awakening, and just now I just finished Head Over Heels. And then I just a few days ago I got an email from the Arden. They asked me to understudy a role in their ongoing in one of their ongoing productions, and I was like, I kept on thinking like, what is going on? Because I literally just took my first acting class in the last semester when I first came, like, and also before that, to be honest, I never I had problems seeing myself as an actor and artist. I only started seeing myself as an actor since I came to Temple, and I came here to study, but then I got like, wow, I got cast in like 2 productions, and now I'm gonna understudy for a role in one of the very well respected theater in Philly. That's from all of the students. They told me that Arden is a great theater. So yeah, that is so unexpected, and like it's all happening so fast, and I'm still trying to process everything that is going on right now. Okay. Like, if you ask me if I have a favorite artist, I would say Barbara Streisand, because I love how unconventional she is. I knew that she didn't get like training. She didn't she didn't take like singing lessons or anything, but she had an amazing career. So that like really inspired me to, because again, I started late. I didn't get that training until like now, right? And so having someone like that to look up to is like, it's just like the passion and the perseverance, and like you really want this enough, and then you work hard for it. Like opportunities will come knocking at your door, and like that is how I got here, and that is someone I really look up to. But to answer that question, I really respect and look up to people who know what they're doing, who fight for what they're doing, and who respect what they're doing. So Temple students, every time I see them in a production, I see how much they love to be in the room, how much they love to do what they're doing. And when I was in Spring Awakening and when I was in Head Over Heels, I saw like people just, it's just this energy and this love for the craft that we are all sharing. It's just really inspirational, and it just keeps me motivated. And yeah, I just look at them and like, wow. And I mean, I looked at you in Hotel Williams. It's like, these are amazing like talents and actors, and like they look like they really love and they really enjoy what they're doing. And it's just like that energy is very contagious, you know. I love how you asked me this question, because like I have I have the word impact like tattooed on my wrist right here, right? Because like it's like my compass of purpose. It's like in anything I do, I think about what kind of impact I want to leave on others. So as a theater person, as a theater artist, I was just trying to start thinking of me as an artist from now on. So as a theater artist, I aspire to create timely and relatable works that can start conversations, that can help raise awareness and to educate or to entertain, to move people, and have the audience leave the theater with either lessons or inspirations or more questions about their own surroundings. So and my work, and I'm aiming like for my works to show, like to be able to show the power of and the impacts of the arts, and how it can change, it really can change our world by changing our mind, and it can bring together a group of people with like different, like divergent viewpoints, and also again, like on a very personal note, I want to be the person I hope to be the person I needed when I was younger. When I was a kid, I loved doing this, but I didn't get the chance to. So I'm hoping to be that person I needed when I was younger. So like I could be like someone that the other 9 years old. So 9 years old is when I really started to think of myself. Oh, I really love singing and dancing. I want to do this, but I didn't get to do this until now, which is when I'm 26. I'm 27 right now. So when I got the scholarship, I was 26. So I'm hoping to be a role model that can show the other like 9 years olds or even 26 years olds like the importance of perseverance, and it is okay to start late, or to learn everything from YouTube videos, to be a self-taught artist, and circumstances do not dictate your life decisions. You can just like follow whatever you want to do. You work hard. If you really love something, you work hard for it, and then hopefully one day you can, like, opportunities will come, and then you take the opportunity, and you get to do what you love to do. Like the experiences has been like an amazing journey. It's not very long, but a good thing is that I get an approval from my scholarship that I will stay here for one more semester. Like, I'm supposed to finish my degree in May and then return to Vietnam, but I felt like no, I didn't have enough time. I wanted to be here more. I wanted to learn more, and then just meet all of these amazing people that inspire me every day. The faculty and the students, and it's just a wonderful like group of people. I mean, when I first came, it felt quite lonely in the beginning, because like I'm this stranger, older guy coming to this school with like people who have their own groups like of friends, like the freshmen are with the freshmen, the seniors are with the senior. So I'm out of nowhere. I'm just like this new guy coming into the school, and then being in the same group of Spring Awakening. It's like, wow. It's like, wow. They're like, they look at me like, oh, who is this guy? This is like new. But then everything worked out pretty well, and then we really had a good time, and like being in a show like Spring Awakening or Head Over Heels really taught me a lot. Working together, respecting the work that we're putting in, and have like to be very disciplined, and again putting shows amid the pandemic. Like, we had to wear masks during the last semester in show, and we had to wear masks in the show last semester, and then we got to take off the mask for the show this semester. And like the moment when we took off the mask, it's just like, it felt amazing, and everyone's just seeing each other's faces, and then we sing, we dance together. It just feels magical, and it's like the favorite thing that I do all year. Being on stage, sharing the same, like, for that moment, sharing the same sense of purpose with a group of people who really love what I also love, and it's just it's amazing. I don't know how to describe it, but like there's a things that I keep I keep reminding myself to be passionate, and to persevere, to be grateful, and to really take joy in what I'm doing, and like take joy in the fact that the other people are also doing what I love to do. So yeah, that's how I keep reminding myself to always be present, and to engage, and to fully be there, and just enjoy everything, and be grateful for everything.